Well, welcome. As Clark said, my name's Barry Fassina, so thank you for coming and thank you for staying. My work as a photographer and videographer has taken me to many locations around the world, but volunteering abroad and locally has given me some very special photos that have made a difference in my life and those that we were able to help. My most favorite subject is to photograph people when I'm away on my journeys. I absolutely love the unique and exotic faces. Every face has its own story. These faces tell us stories about life, happiness, sadness, whether these people are busy or tired, hungry. Being able to capture these stories and emotions into a photograph in a way is its own art form. To coin a phrase, being at the right place at the right time, it is true. You will have a feeling when you take that picture and know that it is just the right one. One thing that is for sure is that in every country, no matter what the political regime, people live there, and meeting them make you see that country in a different light. I'm not a social or political photographer, so when I go into a country, I don't have a special topic of what I want to show to an audience. But once I discover something interesting, then I try to show it. My advice to photographers is do what you like to photograph. If you want to become a pro, it does require a lot of work. It's a full-time job, so you have to like and enjoy what you do. My quick go-to tips for photographing people are ask permission and pay if asked to. I'm always asked what are some of my most memorable photos. I'd like to share a few of my personal favorites, maybe not so much for the photos, but for what they represent. I have a photo of a man begging in Belize. His story isn't much different than many in Central America where poverty runs so high. All he wanted for me to take his picture was my empty pop bottle and some change, and then he gave me the okay to take his picture. A young boy in Roatan, he loved to play music on his seashell. He had such a kind and gentle way, and the only thing he wanted from me was to take his picture. There was a Cuban police officer in Havana, and he was just so intent on his work. It was refreshing to see him just being so excited about doing his job. There were two women in Guatemala in local costume, and when I asked if I could take their picture, they were shy, but agreed. And after I had taken their photograph, I could hear them as they were walking away. They were giggling and just happily chatting among themselves. For me, learning the gift of giving back by appreciating each person for who they are is key. Each person is an important part of this world we live in, each in their own special way. Spending time with each person is important. If you are able to, explain to them why it is important for your work as a photographer, and if nothing else, just to share a smile and a handshake. Most importantly is the volunteer work abroad, so then I can combine that with my photography. These photos are of children in Guatemala. We helped these families in many ways, but mostly showed them unconditional love and caring. We gave that to these children and their families, but we felt their love in return, and we came back changed people. You can volunteer abroad or here right at home. I believe in everyone there is a possibility of making some amazing pictures. With a few photo lessons and a passion of a subject, you too can create works of art. Every man's work, whether it be literature or music or pictures or architecture or anything else, is a portrait of himself. This is a quote from Samuel Butler, and for me it sums things up. I will leave you with something to read at the end, and let's all try to be ambassadors of peace. Thank you for your time.